presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Solano. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Now Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Solano. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 3rd and 3.
Number 86, Dalton Kincaid. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Solano. He'll try to pick it up himself. Room here to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
13 more yards. That's another first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
6-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. From the 2 now, second and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pressure comes and down he goes. James Pierce make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. On the punt, just 2 on the return, and they will take over first and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here can really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Solano. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. This goes out wide from Nixon. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. But he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On a jet sweep, this is Corley. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Tua going to throw. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. James Pierce able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 31-yard line.
2nd and 3. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and
looking to throw. Solano. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Solano. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Looking to throw. Solano. Open man, that's too slow. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Solano. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Bayshore Tootin, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but now before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He finds his receiver, Watson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. In motion goes the tight end. A handoff running left, Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd down and 6 now. Looking to throw. Solano. He's up to the 20. And he lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now another timeout called for by the offense. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he goes out right around the 39.
Completion number 9, Christian Watson. 1st and 10 at the 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
For a first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throw left side complete to Chase. Oh, he feeds it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's another first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw. Solano. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces third and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up third.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
A 31-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Solano. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's now third down and 14.
Looking to throw. Solano. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's good for a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Mixon. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Looking to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Result is a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Tua. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
12 more yards. And a first down.
They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Back to throw. Solano. This taken in by Kincaid. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Solano. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. 39 yards on the punt, giving just 1 yard on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up.
Here's Tua. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good. We're on first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's got this down to the 35.
10 more yards. That's another first down.
Mixing up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jalen Carter in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. The visitors' offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Solano. He finds his man. Complete. It's Horton. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Solano. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
Time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is second and long. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Touchdown. Isaac to Sloan. 52 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Throwing Tua. Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Solano. That is intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Tua.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
That one taken in by Corley. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
To the sideline and incomplete. Here comes second down. Now Tua.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Well, that's going to be incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the